In this tutorial in Microsoft Excel, we'll continue to build your skill set on understanding arrays and what you can do with them. Let me show you a couple examples. In this table here, we have a number of cables that we're selling, HDMI and USB, and the number of units and the wholesale price. We'd like to calculate instantly the amount that we are getting for our sale. Let me show you the conventional way to do it. Normally you'd click on cell D2. You would say, well, that's equal to B2 times C2. You enter the formula. You click up here and then you copy it down 4 more cells. And then you click here and you can do your auto sum and press enter. Now that wasn't too difficult and it didn't take a lot of time, but there's a much faster way with an array. I don't have to go through this entire process given the steps. All I have to do is click on value sold. We're going to wind up with the same number we have in cell D6 using the formula below. I'll start it with the equal sign again, and it's the sum of, and I'll do my left bracket, this range here, cell B2 to 5, multiplied by C2 to C5, right click. Now, remember with arrays, you have to enter them not with the enter key, but with Control Shift held down, and then press enter. Instantly, I have, with one pretty short command, the same amount. And it works no matter what you change. I can say the wholesale is $1.99 for this, and the numbers change accordingly. But I don't have to do any of the work over here in order to get the correct answer over here. Nice use of an array. Let me give you another one. Let's say for some odd reason I want to count the characters in these 5 states. Normally I would use the length property. I would say the length of Ohio. That would give me 4, and I would copy that cell up and down. And then I would add the total. Once again, I can simply in cell A14 use an array, which you see the formula copied here. It's the sum of the length of A9 through A13. So it's a single cell, and it gives me a total of the same as what I have here. If I change this to New York, again, it's dynamic, it will change. One cell, one formula, I get the whole total. Let me give you another example of how arrays can shorten tasks. In this case, in this table, I want to multiply the top number by the bottom number and give me my total. Once again, I've done this in the conventional way, where this is F4 times F5, G4 times G5, and then I have the total here. But once again, I've placed an array in this cell, and this is the sum of. Now in this case, I did not enter in any of these cell references. All I entered in was the raw numbers. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 multiplied by 5, 6, 7, 8. I can change these all I want. It won't change my formula because I've hardwired the numbers in here. So the first cell here is multiplied by the first cell here, the second by the second, the third, and the fourth. And I get 70. So if I change this number here from a 2 to a 7, inside that array, it changed my total. If I change this one to a 7, it changed my total too. But these are independent of each other in this case because I've hardwired the numbers into multiplying one array with another in my formula. Now there's some things you need to remember when you're working with an array. In an array, you cannot have a dollar sign, a comma, a parenthesis, or a percent sign. You cannot have a formula, a function, or another array inside an array. You can have two adjacent, but not one inside another. You can't delete one cell in an array or edit one cell. For example, this is an array here. This is an array of F6 to I6. These 4 cells here, I've copied them into an array. Watch what happens when I try to delete it. I'll click on delete and click OK, and I get an error message. I can't change it. If I try to insert something here, right click, we'll insert and shift cells to the right, and I get an error message. And I can't simply take this cell here and move it. Okay, so an array is fixed. That's a limitation to it. We're going to show you more about an array in the following lesson, as well as showing you how to create a constant and assign its value to an array.